Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing this light blue and red look. It does not take very long and very simple, even though it looks like it's a little bit complex. And hopefully my audio is okay. I do have my dryer running and our external microphone got taken by our cats and we don't know where it is. So starting off the look, I'm going to prime my eyelids with a little bit of concealer as usual. And then we're going into the Blue Moon palette in the color Starry Eyes from ColourPop. And I put this on a big fluffy brush and we are just going to create our eye shape. So this is a really powdery blue, and the shadow itself I believe may be a pigment. I'm not 100% sure. But it goes on very powdery and soft. So you can definitely build this up and blend it. And this is a blend as you go kind of look. So you'll see me dipping back and forth a lot between blending and adding shadow, but right now I'm just taking this all over from the brow bone down to the crease and then on the outer third of my eye. So I'm just going in again and adding a second layer of powder, and as you can see I'm pretty aggressively blending this stuff because it does take quite a bit of blending. But now for the lid, I'm just cleaning it up with a little bit of concealer. I am not good at this. I'm not very precise at this. So don't mind the messiness of it. It took me like 20 minutes to clean it all up after the fact. But then I went in with Like It's Hot from the Main Squeeze palette. And this is a matte red. Again, it's ColourPop palette. And we are just packing this on. So when you first pack this on, you'll notice it's going to be kind of patchy and kind of chalky. Trust me, it's a trust the process kind of shadow. You do have to go in and blend and then add more. It's meant to be built up, and again, it might be a pigment, I'm not sure, because it did stain my lids a little bit. But I'm just using a brush from BH Cosmetics. And then I went back in with the blue and started blending out those red edges, and you'll notice it turns into kind of a purple color. This kind of looks like if you put two slush puppies together. So after I blended, I went back in with the red and I just packed on more shadow to make it more pigmented. And I didn't like how my brows were super blue, so I just added a little bit of matte white shadow underneath on a angle brush. And I didn't blend this out with any of the blue. I just left the line there pretty harsh because it did blend really easily. And I wanted there to be a little bit of separation there. So for now, that's it for the eyes. So I'm going to start on my skin. This is the Brighten Your Day primer from Wet n Wild. This is the Care Bear primer. And I really like this stuff. It's very sticky and really grips your foundation, but also brightens your skin and does not make you feel oily. So now I'm going in with my Conceal and Define foundation, and I'm just using the Wet n Wild foundation brush for this. I haven't applied foundation with a brush in a while, and I just felt like not dirtying a sponge. But I used my foundation to clean up any of that blue that had kind of trickled down. You'll notice there's a lot of it kind of under my eye, and that is why I always do my eyes first, unless it's a very neutral look, because it's so much easier to work with if you do your foundation after, and it cleans up any smudges or mishaps. So I jumped to contouring. I don't know why. I did this very out of order. But I did my nose contour next because I put a little concealer on it. It was way too light, so I had to fix it. So if my nose looks funny for the rest of the video, that's why. It's because the concealer and the bronzer did not mix well. So I'm just going in and contouring the rest of my face with my little Real Techniques brush. And this is, trying to think, this is my e.l.f. quad. I did not use the Care Bear bronzer for this one. But I'm not doing anything very special with my bronzer. I am just putting it where I normally put it. And then I went back to my eyes and did my liner. Now I didn't want to cover up all of that bright blue and red, so I just did a very small, tiny little wing with some gel eyeliner. And this is probably the quickest I have ever done a small wing like this without it getting gigantic and actually keeping it the shape I want. So I was like, we're done here. I'm putting on mascara and we're moving on to the next step. So I did throw some lashes on. They are the Care Bear Lucky Day lashes. They're very natural, very fluffy, and very fanned out. And then underneath my eye, I just took a little bit of fine china out of the Blue Moon palette and just smudged that underneath just because I felt like the top was quite heavy compared to the bottom. so I just used a little pencil brush to do so. I also put a little bit of like a glary shadow in my inner corner, and I don't know where that footage went, so I promise it was there. So just put a little inner corner highlight. So then I used the Live, Laugh, Hug blush. I don't know, it's the Care Bear blush, and then I went in with the Care Bear highlighter as well. And I put this on my nose, my cupid's bow, and all around my eye and my cheekbone. So just did that kind of little C motion. And when you blend this stuff, it's really, really nice. It is a chunky gold kind of highlight. It's kind of got a lot to it, but when you really blend it out with like a highlighting brush, it's perfect. So then I just added a little bit of brow gel to my eyebrows because we have a crazy colored wig on, so I didn't want to do them blue. I just wanted to keep them very soft. And by the way, this is a wig that I forgot I got, and I'd never worn it before, so I wore it for this video. So now lining the lips, I'm taking Copenhagen, and it is a liquid suede, no, it's a suede lip pencil. It is not liquid, from NYX. And I'm just lining my lips a little bit differently to try and work on the symmetry of them. So I brought the kind of V that I do in my Cupid's bow down much further and then filled it in a little bit, and I stayed away from the corners of my mouth because I wanted this to be a nice, really clean, classic lip shape. And then I took this red color, I think this is called Kitten Heels, from NYX, and put this all over my lips, and it is like a cherry red. But again, as you can see, I'm kind of staying away from the corners of my mouth because I didn't want my lips to look too big. I wanted them to look very natural and kind of pin-up-y. I don't know why, I was just feeling that with this look. Maybe it's the hair. But I did, touch my lips together, and that's as far as I went. Wherever that naturally fell is how far I went in on the inner corner. So that's the end of the look. I hope you guys enjoy. I think it looks really good with this blue and gray hair. And if you want to see other looks from me, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.